That's it.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. As soon as we are live, I know we are right now probably, but
24 for the 11.
there we go. Wait a
25,
second.
27.
What did he do to us?
Is that 25, 27?
25, 27, I'm good.
Oh, there we are. All right, backseaters. We'll give it a second here. Sometimes, it's like when you watch CNN and there's like a delay. When they're talking to someone who's in the Middle East or something.
Yeah, they'll say, well, we'll give it to Bill now, and Bill stands there.
Bill's standing there staring. And then 30 seconds later, yeah, welcome, Dick and Joan. I'm out here in the middle of a field. That's us right now.
That's it. We're out in the middle of the field.
All right, backseaters, you are with Under Sheriff Mike Martin from the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office and
Director Steve Leiden with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office.
I mean, he's gotten so important. He thinks I'm gonna introduce him.
I thought you were my Ed McMahon.
I am kind of.
And here's Stevie.
So you are with Mike Martin. I'm an undersheriff with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. We are in the city of St. Paul right now. We are the county that includes the state capital in St. Paul, Minnesota. And with me is Director Steve Leiden, who's, in case we are going to do a movie or something, we need a director. I don't know who our producer is. Is that smart?
Yeah, I think so. Because let's face it, Kyle wouldn't be on.
That's true. Oh, our buddy.
Yeah,
we should go. One of our buddies we just drove by. He's not really our buddy, but he's
earned a respectful reputation of testifying at the Capitol on issues of privacy.
Yeah, and he's pretty much usually against whatever we're testifying for, or he wants to make sure that he puts guardrails on it. So, anyway, he's friendly to us, so...
Yeah, the reason a lot of people respect him is he's very logical, he's very professional with a lot of diplomacy in his arguments, and he doesn't personalize, oh, you're against my idea, now I hate you. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, no.
He can have very good conversations.
He's very professional and willing to work with us, but he's got concerns about data practices and use of data and government overreach. How's that? Is overreach the right word?
That's the right word.
Taking advantage of things that we can do. And so he provides...
There's 20 plus kids on the bus crying. The caller tracked down my daughter. Got the bus and stuff.
20 kids on the bus crying.
What's going on there?
Is it going to detention or something?
They're going by their stop.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, he provides a good check and balance at the legislature, so there's no animus. How's that for a big word?
I'm going to look it up right now so I can converse with you.
I don't know if you read Steve Linder's story on Facebook where he talked about the bucolic community. You can't use big words like that. You gotta cop it down a little.
I would. If you write it to my level, any other third grader will get it.
Okay.
Speaking of Linders, though, I tell you, the stuff he puts on Facebook on how well he writes, it's amazing the number of followers that have just jumped since Steve's come on board as our public information officer. He's so good. He teaches classes all around the state on how to be a public information officer, how to work with the press, how to get good information out about what's happening as quick as legally you can. The guy's an expert. He's really, really good. I'm so impressed with having him on board.
Yeah, he's great to have. And just a friendly guy, too. Just a nice guy. Which course, fits right in the rest of the command staff and third floor.
It's always the anomaly. I'm always looked at as. So we've got Valentine's Day behind us. We got President's Day behind us. Most of the holidays, I think, are gone now until 4th of July.
Ooh, Easter. You're blowing off Easter? Really?
Well, that's on Sunday, so you don't.
So it doesn't count?
Yeah, it counts as a holiday. I'm just referring to days that.
You would work on a Monday?
Correct.
Okay, all right. You saved yourself out
Yeah.
on that one.
My luck, I'm not going to get any chocolate in my Easter
Well,
basket.
because I'm telling you, Jesus was, his ears perked up.
Yeah.
You said there were no holidays.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of construction still going on.
yeah.
There's someone all year round this time.
Crime-wise today, it's Minneapolis definitely had another day where they earned their pay over there.
Yeah, all the way up to Brooklyn Center after that.
Yeah, with car thefts and robberies and squads being rammed. I think those were Hennepin County
Yeah.
squads, though, and they ended up, from what I heard, getting the suspect in custody, which is good.
Yeah.
And
When you got somebody who blatantly disobeys legal commands, is willing to use a vehicle which could be a deadly instrument and ram into squad cars, which is basically saying, I don't respect any other human being, I don't respect any authority, I am a dysfunctional degenerate preying on people. And thank God we have the right community of police officers to support the community to say, we're not going to allow someone to say they're better or above the rest of us and they don't have to go by the civilized rules, and we're going to take you into custody and get you turned around on that mentality or keep you locked up. This,
Yeah.
To go around and prey on innocent people and steal from people that work hard and earn money, destroy, try to kill people and run over them with a car. We don't need those people walking around free in our society. We need to get them off the street so that your wife and your children, your mother, your father, brothers, sisters are safe and not going to be victimized and terrorized and or hurt or killed by these people.
amen.
There you go.
So, and most of the thefts, not most, a lot of the theft from autos recently have been construction workers who are, whose trucks get broken into while they're out of sight.
Yeah.
And, that's not good. So, that's their tools get stolen, their wallets and whatever they leave in there. I'd recommend not doing that, but
I got to tell you, Mike, last summer I stopped and talked to a guy who the thieves had gone through 4 of their cars at a construction site, and one of them was just irate. He was really, they were all upset, but this guy was a 10 on a 0 to 10 scale.
Uh-huh.
And you know why he was so upset? Because of what they stole?
why?
He stole his lunch.
His lunch, yeah, that's pushing it.
He said.
Right there, you steal a guy's lunch.
Yeah, he was mad.
Yeah.
They were all upset they got robbed or burglarized, theft. But this guy was like, if I'd have caught him, Hey, on a shout-out note, shout out to Hill Mary Girls High School Hockey.
Yes, they beat Edina.
Yeah, they did. It was a great game. Both teams, phenomenal, great play, fast play. It was a wonderful championship game. I think it was double overtime, and Hill Mary pulled it off. So congratulations to the Hill Mary girls. And you know what? Congratulations on second place to Edina because they fought hard.
Yeah, there's one of the young ladies on Edina. Her dad is Sergeant DeBook, who we've worked with over in Minneapolis.
Great guy.
And started the octopus case.
Yeah.
I call it the octopus case because it just kept growing tentacles.
Started out as one auto theft and ended up in over $8 million worth of stolen vehicles. And it really
40-some search warrants, and it's just great work done. And but Sergeant DeBook is a good guy, and his son plays on the boys hockey team.
Is he a French Canadian?
Yes. Yeah, he's that was the PA bike. I had it hanging back there so it'd be out of the way, and it started rattling.
One of the St. Paul fire stations. I don't know. I know law enforcement, corrections, staffing's way down, and people are really working hard recruiting, and you've got a lot of municipalities that are moving raises up and money up to attract top quality police. What about fire departments, Mike? Are fire departments having recruiting issues?
I don't think so. I don't think they are. It's maybe a little bit, but I think for the most part they're not hurting the same. They didn't go through the rough patches after. Well, they did after George Floyd. They had to put out the fires.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But recruiting-wise, I don't think so. Plus, they're kind of the heroes.
Yeah, everybody loves firemen. They rush in with an ambulance to help you. They rush in with their fire trucks to help you. Where when they call a cop, if you get burglarized, you call a cop, you're mad he didn't stop it before it happened. If you get there while it's going on, the guy you arrest isn't happy to see you.
It's no happy customers.
I was told back in the 60s, early 60s, St. Paul Police had the medic units. They had basically a station wagon with a stretcher in it. The fire medics didn't exist. And St. Paul squad would pull up and they'd pick up the injured person and rush them to back then Anchor Hospital. Well, then they decided to give that to the fire department, and there were some coppers at the time that were upset about that, saying, hey, nobody's going to love us anymore. The only reason they love us is when we come help them.
Yep. There is a healthy, what's the word? Like sibling rivalry between police and fire.
Oh, yeah, we like to razz each other a lot.
Oh, we do. But in the end, I respect them because as soon as we tell them it's safe, they come in.
It is.
Well,
Mike, I'm going to argue with you there because I know that if I have a heart attack or I get shot, I know who's coming to help me. And that's why I think firemen are the best.
Not the cops. The cops will do CPR probably ineffectively, and they can't wait till the firefighters get there or the medics. But we have to tease them.
We do have to tease
because
them.
we have Dino.
That's right. Dino Guerin, retired deputy fire chief
from the city of St. Paul.
Yep, great guy.
Yeah,
fantastic guy, and a great reputation. He's just he's done everything, been everywhere.
Yeah.
But if we didn't tease firefighters, they wouldn't think we loved them.
Well, who else are we gonna tease?
Exactly.
We can't tease cops because we are cops. So, but that's all right. I love teasing. I especially love teasing Dino because he'll give it right back to you.
Yeah. They got a White Castle over here. White Castle's been down around here for a long time. I've never, ever seen a White Castle go under and have to close up, except one. Stillwater, Minnesota.
Really?
They built one about 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and closed it. And I was just shocked.
Wow. Was it off of 36?
Yeah,
or?
right on 36.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought White Castles were like cockroaches. You couldn't kill them. They'd survive a nuclear war.
Yeah, they are good. At the right time of day.
Yeah.
We used to call them gut bombs.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're westbound on University Avenue here, and we're just going to go check out the Midway area because it's been kind of busy lately. But if there's any firefighters that are out there riding in the back seat, we love you. We love to tease you. And we didn't even mention sleeping, did we?
No, it's
or the food.
It's a great government job that you're paid to sleep.
Unless you get woken up in the middle of the night and it's 10 below and a house is on fire and you're covered in water and freezing. And
I mean, I'll be honest with you. When fire started, when my house burned down back in 2006, I got my family out of that house and we ran out of there as fast as we could, and the firemen ran in.
Yep.
God bless them. Speaking of fires and putting things out, I read an article this morning in the St. Paul Primary Press that Alina soccer arena is moving forward. They claim they've got a hotel chain that's agreed to build, and they've got half of the first floor commercial taken care of, and he was kind of angry that he's not getting the press coverage, or he's a little frustrated with all the permitting red tape of St. Paul to keep it moving. But
the owner of the United.
Yeah. But he said,
well, I saw the rendering that they had on. I think it was on TV where I saw it. No, it was an online article, but they sure made it look like a pretty block here.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at it right now, and it's really built up in the last few years. Those apartment buildings weren't there.
Apartment buildings, and of course the McDonald's was torn down. I didn't know a McDonald's could die either.
And the Perkins, right?
Was there a Perkins there?
There's a Perkins here in Midway, and they just tore it down.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully they can kind of revive this Midway area.
And Embers. There used to be an Embers way back when.
My father-in-law, who's passed away, used to own a kids' clothing store there in the Midway called Kelly's Tots to Teens. They also had he also had a store in St. Anthony Village. Same name.
You know, there's a store right down here. It's called Melbourne's, and they do men's attire and formal wear.
Really?
I tell you, high quality suits, sport coats, tuxedos, any kind of shirt you need. They do all the tailoring, measuring. It's kind of like one of the few stores left. Melbourne's is where, you know, with Winter Carnival, Melbourne's is where we get all our tuxedos and our sport coats and our red winter coats from them.
You were a Vulcan.
In 2004.
And backseaters don't even expect me to explain it. And if he tries to explain it, we'll be here tomorrow. So, but it's the Winter Carnival where the Vulcans and the bad guys. Well, are you the bad guy when you're a Vulcan, or are you a good guy? Because you're fighting to make winter go away.
Exactly. So
and the Winter Carnival royalty are fighting to keep it, but every year my money's on the Vulcans and I win.
We have a heck of a support by the end of the carnival to warm things up, and we've done it again this year.
It's 50 degrees on my dashboard right now. I mean,
for you that are not from the St. Paul, Minneapolis area, or even are and don't know about, just Google St. Paul Winter Carnival and the legend. It'll all be there for you to understand what kind of goofy stuff we're talking about.
Oh, it's like an infection, really. It won't go away. It's resistant to all common sense and whatever, but it's awfully quiet out here right now.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I thought there'd be a lot more people because we went through some frigid sub-zero weather for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden we got 40, 50 degree weather. It's just beautiful out today.
Yeah, and this area's had some issues with drug use and drug dealing, but St. Paul's been working hard to put an end to that along with Metro Transit PD, and it looks like they've had some effect. It's like Boy Scout.
Yeah.
We're on Thomas at Pascal, and we're going eastbound. You know, a lot of times I know. What's that sound? Was your phone like?
I think that was
trumpeting you.
Yeah.
Sounds like trumpets.
I've tried twice. I'm not the most technical guy. I've tried twice to change the notification sound, and I can't figure it out.
Oh.
I thought I changed it this morning, but it didn't change.
Here's what you do, okay?
Yeah.
This week or weekend, go to one of your grandkids. I was going to say kids, but yeah, they're, you know,
no, the kids are too old.
Have them show you how.
I'm actually taking all my grandkids out to a huge water park for the weekend.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. We should run down here to Van Buren and take a right.
Okay.
There's a very historic house down there that I want to
Uh-oh.
I won't mention the address. We'll just, as we kind of go in the area, I'll tell you about it.
Okay. Were you born there?
I was not. I was
Okay.
not. This is
right.
Before my time. Right here. Right here. So this is Van Buren, and we're in the 1300 block. And my grandfather had a house here, and my father and aunt were raised here. And I'll just say one of these houses so I don't run off anybody.
Okay. Is it the one that still has the sign like trespassing you?
Yeah, no trespassing, Steve Lyden, stay out of here.
No trespassing. The St. Paul police are authorized to enforce trespassing at this house.
That could be for some of the things I did when I was little there. But it was a different time. I can remember I'd come spend the weekend or the night with my grandparents, and we'd walk down a couple blocks and there was a little corner store, and the owner knew my grandpa. And we'd get the groceries. Sometimes they'd send me down with a list of things to get, and I'd just say, Grandma wants it on the charge account, and he'd say, okay, and out I'd go with my extra 5 candy bars. No, I didn't do that. But
Put it in their little book, their ledger.
just charge it.
Charge. And she wanted some cigarettes.
And a cigar. Grandma loved those big cigars.
Yeah, cigars.
I did provide the Silver Homes manager's number that we have. I'll throw in the name. We had a name of Cody. I don't know
I
if
have
it's
to
available.
text my son back here. He's a true Martin.
God bless him.
What you doing for dinner?
So is our LPR camera functioning?
Hold on just a sec. Tell him a joke, a clean joke.
Well, that's putting pressure on me.
The clean part?
Yeah. So this part of St. Paul has been around probably from the 1920s, 1930s. You can tell because the house construction was much different after World War II. But you look how the neighborhoods, I used to run around here when I was a kid. I think maybe 1968. My grandparents moved into North St. Paul, where I grew up, North St. Paul High School. And Stillwater was our big rivalry. White Bear Lake was a big rivalry.
What about...
Things changed a lot. The school I went to for high school is gone. They've torn it down and rebuilt.
Mine's still there, but it's like a community center now, I think.
Which one of yours?
The old Wayzata High School. So it was a middle school, and then I think it's a community center now. But I mean, it served well at the time. But now you go out to the high school out there, and it's like a college campus.
So I don't have one of those on my squad. So is the green light?
Oh, so that's the camera.
Okay.
So green means it's on. The squad camera. Red means it's recording. So when it's red, watch what you say. Although we always do when we're live on patrol.
Well,
most of the time.
Cameras tend to bring out the Mary Poppins attitude. Perfect, practically perfect in every way.
I'm practically perfect, except when someone cuts me off.
Yeah.
When I'm going code 3. And then you asked about the LPR, so it's hooked up to that. The problem is that it goes in and out.
It does, huh?
I'm not really sure why.
Little gremlin in the technology.
There is. We're northbound on Lexington, by the way, if you're following us somehow.
Coming up to Energy Park Drive. Minnesota Department of Corrections headquarters.
That's true.
About a quarter of a mile to our west.
Do you miss it?
I miss the staff. I don't miss necessarily the job.
Yeah.
The job's a lot. When I left there and came to the county, I was ready. I'd been there 22 years.
Yeah.
So, I created the Office of Special Investigation, worked with the legislation to get it made into a police force, trained and hired all the investigators that we had both at the institutions and hunting fugitives. And I've been hunting fugitives for several years. It's kind of like the same places, the same guys going after. So it was a nice change. I really appreciated the job offer when I was looking for different career advances and was selected to come to the Sheriff's Department. It allowed me to branch off into other types of investigations. Now I'm working intel, CAT team, the gun team, drones.
Yeah, you've kind of done everything.
Yeah, I just can't hold a job.
No.
This is a big cemetery.
Yeah, you know how many dead people there are in there?
I think all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, oh good. You're on me.
You know why they put a fence around the graveyard?
To keep them in.
People are dying to get in.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Those are the clean jokes, folks.
That's
We're
it.
here all week.
That's about it. All we got. When I was in a Minneapolis cop in the gang unit, we got in a chase one night with some guys that were armed. And we chased them, and they pulled right in here around the corner into the gas station and bailed. Like across through there. I had no clue where I was. I looked up for a street sign.
Yeah.
I'm at the corner of who knows where and who knows
It's
what.
Como, it's Dale, it's Front.
It's everything.
Yeah, it's a heck of an intersection.
Yeah. I'm trying to restart my LPR so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Oh,
Whoa,
That's a
I'm not
good-
sure you're just going to stop for us.
So this is what it should look like. And then if I turn my body camera on, it'll pop up on there too.
Wow.
So,
Technology has changed just a little bit since when we started.
so we just got a hit on this pickup truck back there. we'll go around and look and see. So the registered owner of that pickup truck has warrants. So we'll, this guy's like, oh, he's turning around on me. Floor it. So this truck, the owner of this black pickup truck, GMC, well, is it black or gray? It's probably him out there in the yard.
Looks like a kid, though.
Yeah, that's a young kid. Has warrants. So that's how it works. It pops up, reads the plate, pops up a picture, then we can run the plate. Oops. Thanks. No one said I was the smartest man in the sheriff's
New message.
office.
New message.
Copy. And let me know if this is perhaps maybe on the central side of things. Copy.
It's an old DWI warrant.
That's the data person.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's the cheating way.
That's technology helping our workforce.
Yeah, but they're stowing around the car, and the young man in the front yard there looks like he's picking up dog poop.
Yep. Which is a good public service,
Yeah.
especially if you're a little kid in the area.
What's with this, like, field here with football training stuff? I wonder who trains here.
Oh.
I don't know that one. I mean, it's kind of close to Como, right?
Yep.
But Como High School, but
Now, do you have to reset this in some way?
oh yeah, so I have to tell them what I did. Is there a button that says blew it off? No, just kidding. It's a correct read, so I click on that, and now it'll note where I saw it, so I can come back and look for it later.
Got it.
You know, or if it's rolling around. But it's a misdemeanor warrant, so it's not going to be a super high priority, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and at 5:30 at night, trying to figure out which house, it's a 2 or 3 different houses, we'd be sitting there several hours waiting to see if anyone would have to come out.
And we know you all would like to see that probably, but anyway. So, but if we passed a stolen vehicle, that would work. But then, here's the problem is, I've had it in a couple times. It'll go for like 10 minutes and then it stops working. Then I have to restart it, which takes about 10 minutes. So,
Now we're going northbound on Western from Stinson for all you West Frogtown old residents and or current residents.
3:30. I copy. Due to about the theft. 1722.
Got a car coming behind you.
they're following us.
I think so.
You know why?
I don't know why we're whispering. They can't hear us back there.
Oh, they can't? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, there are times I've done a lot of surveillance in my career, and every now and then you have one of your guys about a block and a half away from the target that you're surveilling.
Yeah.
And they'll get on the radio and they'll start whispering, I see him now, he's coming out. And you're like, why are you whispering? He cannot hear you.
And neither can we.
Yeah.
I know. You gotta tell them, put the mic closer to your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll hide the mic down on their lap so it can't be seen, and then they whisper on top of that.
Yeah.
Somebody's excited to get somewhere. Maybe a free couch.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's get the couch. We're coming up on Maryland here.
Yeah, it would be by 444 Maryland, not too far.
Ripple 4.
It's an address you hear fairly frequently.
How many times a day?
Yeah.
Probably on average once a day.
371.
The guy working the scooter there.
Were you with me that day when we had the shots fired?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the lot here.
And we pulled in, we're looking for
Yeah.
you went in and looked at the video?
And it was clear as day. And the one St. Paul cop said, oh, that's so-and-so.
Yeah, you knew him.
He knew him. They're playing shooting craps over around the corner. Oh.
You got his attention.
He's yelling too.
He's yelling it out.
He's warning these guys. It's funny. Back in the day, they used to whistle when we came around.
Yeah, they aren't as subtle as they used to be. There used to be certain neighborhoods way back when you would pull up and hit your siren and you could hear all the toilets flush.
Yeah. We would drive around at night and if you just shine your spotlight on the group on the corner,
Yeah.
usually one or two would take off running. But that was back in the heyday of crack.
That was crazy then. That was some crazy times. I remember when Minneapolis used the front end loader to crash into the side wall of a house to execute a warrant. Remember that?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
They had reinforced all the doors. And the informant had let the police know you're never going to make it through the door.
They went in on the second floor.
Yeah.
Put the bucket up on the front end loader.
Yeah, there have been some crazy times. But now everything's normal.
You said that kind of with a straight face.
Yeah. I can pull it off for a little bit.
Okay.
So now there's the dollar store and there's Dollar Tree.
I will call you as soon as we are done doing live on patrol.
And there's a place in Wisconsin I pulled into a few weeks ago. And the Dollar Tree and the dollar store were literally in the same building, which, the wall, there were two little shops in a little mini strip mall. And I thought,
I can have the
talk about putting your competition close to you.
companies here. They have anything. I'm not finding anything in our experience there.
Yeah, they're, well, then we were in California about a month ago, Ann and I and some of the kids, and they had 99-cent store. So you can save a penny on everything.
So we're just driving around the park here, and I don't know if the camera can catch it. We get on the other side. But this park is full of kids out here practicing and playing soccer. It's
Let me
amazing.
see if I can get a good angle. Yeah,
That is fantastic.
it's awesome. They're out there practicing. Makes you wonder, is it like just a pickup game or?
Yeah, where do they all come
They-
from? Is it a team? Is it neighbors?
Yeah, because
Well,
it's a
I
little
don't know.
early for a team to be.
Yeah, I think these are just a lot of friends getting together and saying, hey, it's nice out. We've been cooped up all winter. Let's get out and
Yeah.
enjoy this day. It's great to see teenagers out there enjoying themselves, putting these things together.
These guys are playing football.
Yeah, it looks like almost full contact football. I don't have that much contact with someone unless they're trying to hurt somebody.
Has the order of protection against the party that's driving around their house honking their horn. Vehicle description: a white Acura MDX.
Now that's an impressive athlete. He's on the phone texting why he is blocking the shot towards the goal.
Well,
It's a whole new generation with those phones.
yeah, the goalies.
Case number 30562. 30562.
Traffic out tonight. We are on a little later than we usually do. We're trying to mix things up a little bit. It's been really quiet on Mondays lately, so we thought, well, we'll go a little later, see if there's other things we can do to help out and help keep the peace. But I think everybody's out enjoying the nice weather. Even the radio's been fairly quiet this afternoon.
Yeah, remember when that big snake?
Snake. I will
was
never
there?
forget that snake. I don't like
One of
snakes.
these days when it's nice and warm out, because I don't.
I had a couple cars speeding. They were racing each other. And I pulled the one over. The other one veered off at the last second. I couldn't stay with him. And I really, the young man acknowledged it was immature racing. It was dangerous, foolhardy. He was ashamed he did it. He was very respectful. And I thought, and I told him, I'm going to give this the 24-hour rule. What you did was really good.
That's weird.
That was weird. And I told him, I'll decide tomorrow after I thought about it if I'm going to issue you a ticket or not. You'll get something in the mail in a week or so. And there's, of course, ups and downs on respect for law enforcement or disrespectful or just rudeness. And this kid was so polite, so respectful, acknowledged that he did a really bad thing, appeared very shaken by it. So I ended up writing him a letter telling him why I wasn't going to issue the citation, why it was going to be a warning. And I talked about his behavior, and I talked about his attitude and his acknowledgement, and I hope he understood the break he was getting. That was a couple weeks ago. Last night, I get an email on my work account from him, about 3 paragraphs, basically acknowledging that he really gets it. He's so appreciative, talked about some things that were not going well in his life at the time, and how much he just really acknowledged how foolish he was and the break that he got, and that I took the time to send him a letter.
2617.
And so sometimes you wonder when you do that, when you give a guy a second chance, you wonder,
Yeah.
you know, is it going to work, or are they laughing all the way
Right.
home?
Yeah, you let me read the letter that he sent, or the email. That was great. That was a lesson, life lesson for him. You could tell.
Yeah, I mean,
And he, I'll tell you what, that kid has good parents.
yeah.
I say kid, I don't know how old he was.
He had to be 19, 20, as I recall.
Well, yeah, he's got good parents then. Because he was raised right and realized he screwed up, realized that, admitting it's not that big of a deal.
You know, and I tell young coppers when they come on, we don't have, the reason that we enforce traffic, enforce other laws, is to correct the behavior of the individual so that they're a good participating citizen in our society and not a problem or a cancer in society.
Right.
And you want to use the least amount of resources to change that behavior. And if a warning is going to change behavior, you've succeeded.
Right.
And you've kept the cost of taxpayers on that behavior change to a minimum. Sometimes you got to, that's why we check records if somebody gets pulled. You look at the traffic record, and, a guy's been issued 7 citations in the last 3 weeks. You know what? This guy isn't getting it. This guy needs more intervention. You're going to have to tag him again.
Right. But I don't, like when I walk up to a window of a car and you stop them and they say, "I'm so sorry, I know I ran that light," or "I know I was speeding." That's, to me, that's half the battle, is acknowledging that, okay, they know that what they did wasn't right. And then when you talk to them, there's no reason to write them a ticket if they understand it and they're respectful and you think it won't happen again.
Yeah. Hopefully it comes with experience. And I also tell the younger cops, check your emotions at the window or at the door when you get out, because that person you're talking to, it might be the only time they've ever talked to a police officer. And you want them to understand why you're stopping them, explain why you're stopping them, and then deal appropriately with the violation.
Right. Yeah.
So does this happen to you, Mike? I might be at a social event and somebody finds out I'm a cop, and right away I get...
They ask you,
Yeah.
well, what would you do if, or would you write me a ticket if?
Yeah. Or, I had a cop once pull me over, and he was a jerk, and it was this. I had a guy go on for 5 minutes telling me what a jerk the cop was, and that he stopped me for such a, and there's rapes going on, and all this armed robberies, and he stops me for this. And I said, well, did you run the light? Well, yeah, I ran the light, but, the point is, you ran the light.
Right.
I mean, that's his job.
People ask me all the time, well, what would happen if?
Yeah.
And the cop pulled me over, and I tell him, well, let me ask you a question. Is the cop having a bad day or a good day? They're just like everybody else. And if you're decent to them and whatever, and you don't argue with them, you're more likely to not get a ticket. But if you're a knucklehead and the cop doesn't think your behavior is going to change, then they may think, hey, I got to write him a ticket. And then hopefully he'll slow down or whatever. It's just...
And I've tried to get guys to understand. They want to argue with me sometimes about the injury. They're not denying they did. They want to argue that it wasn't a big deal because I didn't see another car around, so why should I have to stop at the four-way stop sign? And I tell them, here's the deal. It is against the law, whether you see traffic or not. And sometimes I just have to tell them, do you see me wearing a black robe? Because that's who you argue your point to. Right now, you know, I'm not a judge. I saw
that's the
violation.
thing. And that's the other thing people want to argue about it on the side of the road. Well, first of all, your argument's not going to get you a break. Most likely. I mean, but you're being decent and listening and understanding could get you a break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, I pulled a car over once, I don't know, several years ago. Guy was doing about 50 down, 35. Lit him up, he pulled over right away. I get up to the windows down, and there was this aroma that caught me right away. And I looked at him, and he said, I got a kid. And then the kid threw up again in the back seat. He's sick with a high fever. I said, go. Drive, slow down. Drive so you get there, but go ahead and go. You get a break on this one.
Yeah, you didn't want to smell the vomit.
I did not want to smell the vomit.
Okay.
That kid needed help.
All right.
He needed to go. I even offered an ambulance, to be honest with you. But he said, I'm going to get there before the ambulance gets there. He wasn't that far from the Regions.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could remember this guy's name. I'll have to look it up real quick. Did you ever hear about the crying serial killer? That
Yes.
St. Paul had?
Yeah. I forget what his name was. He's not the one that killed Cassie Hansen. Is he?
No, I don't think that was a serial killer. I think that was Garcia down in South St. Paul.
Was it in South St. Paul? I thought it was in St. Paul, but yeah, it could be. Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't. Cassie Hansen was Robert Guevara, who was charged in that one.
Yeah.
Then
Guevara.
he was acquitted.
Yeah, because it was one of the first DNA cases, and the jury afterwards interviewed admitted they didn't understand what they're talking about. What do you mean her DNA was mixed in his blood in the sauerkraut type stuff? Paul Stefanani.
Okay.
He was the serial killer in St. Paul that would call the dispatch after the murder crying, you gotta stop me, I don't want to do it anymore, if you need to help me, I didn't mean to kill her like I did. And then say where the body was, and you go find the body.
If only they all would call.
He got caught, as I remember. He attacked another victim, and there was a pop bottle on the floor of the car when she got in, and as he's trying to stab her with a screwdriver and kill her, she breaks the pop bottle over his head and then stabs him with it. She gets away. He goes to the hospital. She calls the police. He's at the hospital getting treated. She's telling the police what she did to the guy, how bad he was hurt. Then the coppers, it was Minneapolis cops. I think it was Minneapolis. Could have been St. Paul. I think it was in Minneapolis where he did it. Lived in St. Paul. Minneapolis cops called the hospitals and said, no, we just treated a guy with those exact injuries. Got the address and went over, and that's how they got him.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Phil, I just got your text, but I already had it. My buddy of mine, Phil Morat, the sergeant, retired from Oak Park Heights Prison. Great guy. Worked Stillwater Prison until Oak Park Heights opened. He just texted me Stefani's name.
Oh, nice. Thanks for listening or watching.
Yeah, I assume he's back here in Minnesota. He might still be down in Florida. He's a snowbird. He goes back and forth now, enjoying that good retirement. I'm not quite sure what retirement is. I haven't figured it out yet.
Me either. I don't know that I ever will. I probably will at some point. Someday I'll come in and my office will be locked. There'll be some boxes with all my stuff in them, and I'll be like, oh, I guess I'm retired.
We're just going to key your door, Mike. There's a new laundromat in there.
I know, I saw that. It's
looking kind of nice.
wonder what's going on at Excel tonight. I see
Where?
Cops Excel Energy Center. I don't think the Wild are playing. Must be a concert.
Yeah, because it's in between the high school tournament time. Another part of St. Paul I'm very familiar with. My other grandparents live 2 blocks down from here.
30571.
East side. So you got an east side versus west side.
Yeah, I got
gangs.
God only knows how my mom and dad ever got together.
I'll explain it to you someday, Steve. They should have had that conversation with you.
Might not have ended up with 5 of my own kids if I didn't know what was the problem.
Oh man, there's a little bit of radio traffic, but I'm watching the board and nothing
No, it's pretty quiet.
to go to.
721, don't know from Eastern to LC, 30 mileage, 41.
I'll be making contact with the suspect, see Charlie Door. He's walking away from me.
Making contact with the suspect here, see Charlie Door.
Where's he at?
I don't know, because I didn't hear. It was on St. Paul 1, so it's most likely it might be a target.
In the back alley.
362 copy, confirm back alley.
Oh, now 362.
522, we have in custody.
Oh,
Yeah, they're close for it.
they're at Rosedale. Now that Roseville has cops assigned at Rosedale, which is a large mall, they sure are busy lately.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if you're a knucklehead that's looking for a place to shoplift, don't do it there.
No, they're going to
Because they're booking people all day long.
With the enforcement they're doing, they're sending a very strong message. If you're about criminal behavior, you're not going to get away with it at Rosedale Shopping Center.
That's for sure. So that's our tip to the criminals today, right? We like to give tips to the criminals.
And if
Don't go
you
to Rosedale.
if you like to plan ahead, we're only 6 months away from the state fair.
Oh, jeez, don't even. That's really mean.
That's
Not quite that ready yet.
12 days of a lot of things.
A lot of work for us.
Yeah.
We're southbound on White Bear. We're coming up to 3rd Street here. Uh-oh. Don't be hiccuping too loud. I don't want to be doing CPR or anything. Well, the good thing is we have those defibrillators now. I got 2 in the back there.
So my lovely children, when I was explaining to them that in my medical kit in my squad car, now they're giving us defibrillators. And they looked around at each other, and one of them said, Dad, those aren't for you to carry around for other people. They gave you that in case you go down.
Well, we definitely were running late today and didn't want to short you of Live on Patrol. Because we had a meeting, a pretty important meeting today that went late. And we had a follow-up kind of lunch meeting with some of the command staff just to discuss what we had discussed earlier. And then with other stuff we had to do.
And to be honest with you, when we get back to the office, I got another couple hours of stuff to do before I head out. We got some emails to respond to that I want to get back to some questions that were asked last week and get a few reports reviewed. It's a good day though. Yeah, it's a busy Monday, but it's been a very productive Monday.
Yes. First I sat behind Commander Ron Nafla today at the meeting in the morning, and check on him quick here. He's got his head way there. I'm assuming he feels safe. So I was thinking about the state fair.
Yeah.
And then you brought it up.
And for people that aren't aware, Ron Nafla is the commander at the Ramsey County Sheriff's Department. He's also the chief of police of the Minnesota State Fair Police Department. So,
yes, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that. Ron is a very experienced guy. He's the chief over there, but the state fair only runs for 12 days in the summer. However, they have events all year round. And so they have officers that work there year round. They have car shows. They have jewelry shows.
Stamp shows.
Horse shows.
There's always something. I can't think of too many weekends that there's not an event somewhere going on at the state fairgrounds. And so Ron has a police department that patrols year round, above and beyond just the state fair. And when the state fair occurs, then he's got the responsibility to bring in all kinds of officers from all across the state. So he's got the force big enough to deal up to that. The state fair also goes up to a population of 100,000 every day.
Yeah, it's crazy busy, and they need all hands on deck. So we assist them. They have, I don't know what, maybe 150 part-time officers that work.
I think he's up around 170.
Really?
Yeah. They come from all over the state during the fair.
But it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people. But after 12 days,
you're ready for it to be over.
Out in the sun and the heat, it gets a little tiring.
A little dusty, You don't want to see another corn dog for at least, I don't know, a week?
Yeah, a week, 3 days maybe.
But before that, coming up right around the corner, is going to be the great St. Paul St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, St. Paul turns green. They have really a well-organized festival. Tommy Barrett, Kevin Moore, Joe... I'm dying here. Come on. Joe Bennett. Sorry about that, Joe Bennett. I'm just naming off a few of the guys that were Mr. Pats in the past.
Oh, okay.
You know, the St. Patrick's Association puts on a great festival, great parade. You know, you can start out with the high mass at the cathedral to kick your day off. Just it's a really, really good time. So you're welcome if you're from anywhere and you happen to be near the city of St. Paul. Minneapolis people come over, Anoka come over.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's just a really fun day. Great food, great people. You got great restaurants. You got Tom Reed's, you got Mancini's, you got McGovern's, you got Burger Mo's, you got Uptown, you got Shamrock's, you got Bennett's. I could go on and on and on. All the great establishments to go to and enjoy yourself. I think it's the Wednesday. Don't quote me on the day. I'll have to check. But there will be the worst Irish tenor contest at Mancini's restaurant.
It's the 12th. The 12th. I think
12th.
It's Wednesday the 12th.
Okay.
And if you happen to be in town, you might know the guy who's working off duty on the 12th.
That would not surprise me. I do know the guy that's done it in the past. And
he's kind of a handsome guy.
Yeah. It'd be mighty interesting to know who the person, Mike, would be there.
I don't know who it would be, but I got to remember. It's on my calendar.
So you're not late to be at Mancini's on March 12th for the worst Irish tenor contest.
And usually there's some, usually there's some pickup singing. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. If it was like a basketball game, you'd call it pickup basketball. But people will sit in with the band.
Yes.
And sing, including Pat Mancini.
Well, and Pat's a pretty good singer. He
is,
actually has a hell of a band that has performed in different areas, and it's actually a couple of his friends and a couple of the other restaurant owners in town.
Yeah.
Get together and play and sing.
But it was...
So mark it on your calendars. Not only do you want to make March 17th for St. Patrick's Day in the great city of St. Paul, if you want to hit Mancini's on the 12th for the worst Irish tenor, and you might possibly get a chance to meet Mighty Mike.
It's possible. And get a good steak.
Oh, yeah.
Best in the business. Oh, I thought that guy was coming. looking over.
I did too, and I was thinking, you know, that's my side, lady. You want to get on the other side.
Well,
Nothing personal.
I think you were in front of us today when we were coming back from lunch, and I got stranded on the railroad tracks.
Ah, no.
And the smartest man was in the passenger seat. You would have taken the brunt of it.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a lot of traffic backed up here. And some of these cars are not going to clear the railroad tracks on the intersection. That's not going to be a place to be stuck. If you are stuck there, get off them, folks. Don't stay on them.
No.
I saw a video the other day of a car that pulled up and the gates came down. And he's on the tracks and the train is coming. And all he had to do, really, is go forward and drive around the gate or just break it and get off. Instead, he got out of his car and ran off to the side and let the train hit his car.
Well, maybe he didn't like his car. Well, I want to say thanks to all the backseaters for sticking with us for a short time tonight. Maybe we'll make up for it someday this week with a little, redo.
There you go.
Because there's nothing going on, and we both have commitments, so...
362, you can be clear.
Anyway, thank you so much for being with us. Take care of each other, be kind, and we will see you soon.
Sure that people can hear us, because the reception out here is not that great. So we'll see how this goes. Yep. I'll tell you when we make it. What a beautiful day out here, huh?
It's perfect. This is perfect.
Just beautiful.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I'm taking my 2 layers off already.
Yeah.
Are we live?
We don't know yet. Not yet.
All right. You've covered the logistics. I'll talk about the overall program.
Logistics of what?
Just volunteers, amount of kids.
Man. Oh, where are we at now? Are we at like 23, 25?
Nope. Yeah, we didn't. That's minus our hockey kids.
I don't know if we've. Oh, here we go. I think we're close. Oh yeah, there we are. There you are.
Okay.
I think we're live. Hey, we're out here at Rush Lake. I want to introduce you to a couple guys that have been just amazing heroes, law enforcement deputies. Trenu Lee, that's in charge of the courts division.
Hello, everyone.
Daryl Gillette, who is Inspector Daryl Gillette, who assists him. And we're out here at Rush Lake on a Sunday doing some ice fishing with the youth outreach kids that Chinu's been working with. And Chinu's been, well, actually, you kind of came up through this program yourself.
That's
I
right.
don't say how many years ago.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago. And these programs are offered to a lot of our inner city kids, a lot of kids who don't get this opportunity otherwise. Most of the kids, about 90% of them, is first time ice fishing, and they're catching the fish today on Rush Lake here. So we're able to get them together, pull together a little house. Thank you, by the way. Shout out to Sap for his house. He donated to us for the kids to use as a warming location. And with the beautiful weather, we haven't even been inside of the house. So
it's gorgeous
awesome weather.
Lucky, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta give our dog. You talk to Daryl.
How you doing, backseaters? First off, hi, Mom. I'm on here. But yeah, we are out here. This is beautiful. We try to do field trips, unique experiences for the kids, and this is turning out better than expected. We're out here with about 25 kids, 17-ish adults. This is minus our Dynamites hockey team, which our Pee-wees are playing right now. Good luck. Good luck to the Dinos. Go Dinos.
Go Dinos.
We'll get you out here on another trip here in a week or so. But this is just great, giving kids first experiences, stuff that they've never done before. I told Under Sheriff Lee that this is actually my first time ice fishing.
Yeah.
My first time walking on a lake, so I'm a little uneasy.
We're breaking barriers.
Right, yeah. We tell the kids, if they have to do it, we got to do it. So we're out here having new experiences with everybody, and it's great. It's about community and sharing experiences, like I said. So this is great.
Yeah. We got all the kids out here. We've been out here since 6 o'clock this morning. We kind of scouting the area. We didn't have to go far. I mean, there were fish everywhere, and right now you see people taking off most of the kids are going to start taking off their jacket with this beautiful weather. Oh, here we go. I think we got some over here.
Almost.
Got it off. But they're catching fish. One of the big things we do is try to connect these youth with our Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. So you'll see a lot of our correctional officers, deputies who are out here. These are people who are invested in the community, and they're here just to have a great time and show these kids some ropes. They're kind of the expert, in-house expert for a lack of a better term. But one of the biggest things we do is kind of build this positive interaction with law enforcement. That's kind of the key piece, and that's what. There you go.
Let's do it. Who's got your fish?
All right, go ahead.
Hey, Rocco. Who's got a fish?
Yep.
We got some fish. Let's go over here to Detention Sergeant Brad Borowski and Detention Sergeant Dwayne Renville out here helping out.
Hello, what's up, Elvis? You getting some?
Oh, man.
He's been getting the big ones
All
here.
right.
I see. What'd you name it?
Perch?
Toby?
Okay,
You
get 'em.
gonna eat it?
Get them.
Got some more in there.
Oh, it's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
We're catching lots of fish today.
And thank you guys for coming out and helping out. One thing that Under Sheriff Chanu didn't mention, but it's a very positive partnership, is us with Century College. We have our student worker over here, Miss Nikki.
Say hi to her.
She's doing her first ice fishing experience. We got her out here. What do you think of this, Nikki?
How's it going, Nikki? Oh,
Not so
that was a fish.
You catch anything yet?
No.
No?
I just started because the girls got
Okay.
Yeah.
The ladies, so yeah.
Well, they say they're going to take a break every hour, but they haven't taken a break for the past 3 hours. So I'm
Really?
assuming the fishing's hot, right?
Nice.
Yeah, we'll
And-
jump.
And with this trip, we bring the kids out here. We're going to feed them some hot dogs, hamburgers, and just have a good time and let them relax and get away from the busy stressors of city living. So it's great experiences. Stuff like this ties into what we did last summer with some camping up at Finlayson, Minnesota with Wolf Ridge. So it's getting the kids outside, getting them in touch with nature, providing things that you don't always have that access to. So
Let's hop over here with Jama Shine's
Yeah.
group over here. Jama, live on patrol. Wave, say hi.
Hello.
Jama's our driver. He's our everything. This guy is the jack of all trades. He's very useful deputy to help us here, and he's a good fisherman too.
catch one?
Yeah, it's my first time fishing, so.
Oh no, it got away. Get it back.
Well, we want to hear from
Right
the
on.
kids.
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you caught a couple? Did you
Tell me
catch
your
a
story.
fish?
Did you bring it in?
Catch fish?
First,
How many? One? How big was it?
He helped me. I picked it up and fell back.
It fell back in? Oh.
That way big? How about you? Did you catch a big one?
I caught one, but it slipped back inside.
Slip back inside? Well, come over here. Let's go talk. This guy caught 5 fish, he said. Holy moly. Who said they caught 5? You? Oh, yeah, here it comes.
Oh, do we have one coming up?
Oh, here we go. Here we
All
go.
right.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, close.
Oh.
All right, show us your fish. Check them out. Show the camera right here.
How many you got?
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Nice.
Cool.
Good job.
Catching dinner, huh?
Yep. Got dinner going.
That's good. That's awesome. That's what it's all about, you know.
How's it going for you?
Live on.
It's easy with the machine.
With the machine? Oh, this is getting back to the roots. You gotta find that sweet touch.
I think you're good at
Yeah.
this, aren't you? You said you caught one, right?
I caught like, I think 4.
Are they
Okay.
in there? Oh, let
Show
me
us.
see your fish.
Show us your catch.
Let me see your catch. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. You did a good job. You did a really good job there.
Here we go.
Really
How's
cool.
it going for
Hey,
you?
Elvis,
Got like 6 in my bucket right now.
6 in your bucket?
Okay.
That's
you gonna show it off?
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
What do you think of it so far?
With this and hockey, what's funner? Fishing or hockey?
For fishing.
There you go. Good answer.
Fishing, you like fishing? Oh yeah. You know, this summer
Hockey.
you guys can fish over at Lake Phelan, huh?
That's right.
Up the
Oh yeah.
Lake Phelan.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do some White Bear Lake.
There's
we
a
can
lot of
take
local.
boats on Phelan that don't have motors.
Correct.
You know, so
We could do
this-
some
There's
kayaking.
an 80-foot hole there. I swim big northern and walleye out.
I'm getting used to being on ice right now. 80 foot, just hanging out there.
There's no ice. We'll do the summer, so you don't have to worry
Thank
about
you.
the
I
ice.
appreciate that. Let's see what Deputy Ming Lee's got going.
Let's move over here.
How many?
How are you doing? She got 4 fish?
Yep.
There's a woman fisherman. There
There
you
you
go. Show the camera your fish.
Awesome.
All
Nice,
right.
very nice.
Good
That's a good
job.
size.
Are you gonna eat?
Remember, you gotta cook and clean it, not Dad. All right.
Introduce some of our other deputies over here. I see your brothers here, huh?
Yeah, we got Deputy Terry Gillette over here.
Deputy Jackie.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Ooh.
How you guys doing, Jackie?
Good coming and going.
Coming and going.
All right.
Slowly coming there.
All right, thanks for being
How about
here.
you,
Are you having fun?
Samson? You good?
You got here, so you know you got plenty of time.
I caught
Oh,
one,
yeah.
but it slipped out my hand.
Oh no! Did it jump back in the hole?
Yeah.
Get him back.
That's your hole there?
Say moo. You having a good time?
How are you? Good.
What? Nikki's right there. Which Nikki?
Mickey.
She's over there.
Grab your gloves, buddy.
The weather's good, huh?
Yep.
In a couple weeks, you won't be able to drive out here. Oh, yeah. That's a good thing. Whose tents are those fishing huts?
So we've had let us borrow them was Sergeant Young, and then we've got the Borowskis out here. They let us use one of theirs, and Molnar. Oh, they are. And they're really good at this. This is what they do every weekend without us. So come on out.
We'll jump over there and meet them.
Yep.
Jack and Terrence, thanks for coming out today. Jack was here this morning making sure all the kids, one thing we didn't mention was we made sure they had hats, gloves. Some of them don't have it, so they went out, got donated clothing to make sure that they all had hats, gloves, and jackets, boots too. So they were instrumental in coordinating that this morning. So thank you, Jack. And Terrence, volunteering.
You got a little perch? All right.
All right.
Oh,
the camera.
There you go. He's like, we do this all the time.
The pressure's on now. You have to get one now.
And I'd like to send a shout out to Rev too. Thank you, because they help facilitate this and collect clothes for the kids that don't have it, that might not otherwise have negative 40-degree boots. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
Wish you were here.
Part of this mission, of course, is helping kids succeed. And kids that succeed end up staying out of trouble. So this is the ultimate crime prevention program.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for everyone, all you backseaters too, that have helped us. This is really just the foundation. But do you guys talk about the other stuff you do? You have a hockey team. Have you mentioned that at all?
We do. So we're partnered with the St. Paul Dynamites. St. Paul and Minneapolis have a Dynamites team. Our Pee Wee team, our group makes up the entire Pee Wee team. They're doing phenomenal. We've been with them for about 2 years now, and the kids just seeing the progression and how they're learning to skate, and now they're competing in finals today right now is amazing. And then our Squirts, we've got 4 or 5 kids on that team, and just watching them learn to skate, it's a great feeling. And a lot of these kids wouldn't have that opportunity. I know I didn't when I was younger. Hockey's very expensive, but they're enjoying it.
Skates now,
and they love it. Yeah, I can skate a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
There's no break.
We're helping kids that wouldn't have that opportunity. You know?
Correct.
And, they could potentially be high risk because they come from poverty-stricken families.
Correct.
And this is a way to give them a little sense of aspiration, something to think about, and you guys have done an amazing job on that. And
Thank you.
You know, there's a lot of different heroes in law enforcement. I just want to say, you two guys, I'm very proud of everything you've done. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What do we got? Let's go down here. Let's get a couple more.
Danny, how's it going?
Your hockey team has a lot of Korean kids, correct?
Correct. Korean and Somali actually
Korean
mix
and
up.
Somali now.
Yes.
So,
The hockey boys are out.
what are you doing there,
today.
buddy? You making a snow angel or what? I like that. That's some good ice there, huh?
You got your
And
pole all
this is
set,
one of our
ready to
hockey
go?
players. He came from his Squirts game this morning and wanted to get out here and get some fishing done.
How deep do you think this is?
You just got one?
Uh-oh.
Right on.
All right.
All
Very
right.
nice.
There you go. He swallowed it.
Oh,
Okay. There you go.
All right, nice one.
That's a good size.
Nice one.
Yep. There's a pair of pliers. There you go. There we go. Again, Chris and Brett were here this morning. There are in-house ice fishing guides, specialists, experts right now. So they've been at this all day. Oh, okay. We're gonna find that out at lunchtime.
Well, I don't know about today, but I mean in general, you want some ribs or pig,
Right.
or whatever you need. Huh?
Brisket.
Brisket,
Yeah.
that's your favorite. Brisket.
Hold on, shout out. Put it out there. What do you guys cook for?
We cook for anyone.
Yeah. No, you guys have done a lot of our events, so we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
What you got there? Anything? No.
Ooh. Close, close.
He keeps taking my worm. Steak, thanks. We'll get him.
Well, we're going to do some fishing here, and my lovely wife is here womaning the camera. Huh?
You hungry?
This is our
Want a
dog,
burger?
Rocco.
We'll get you down there in, what, 3-4 minutes? How about that?
So well behaved. My wife
What's that?
taught him everything he knows.
No, the food's not down there. Fish food.
My wife has taught him everything he knows.
You need help?
Okay, Rocco, sit. Sit. Oh, there we go, huh? There we go. Sit. Now, you already ran over to the neighbors. You saw the 3 dogs over there you took up. Can you stay in this area? Can you stay in this area? Okay,
You can be you,
let me hear you say,
You'll stay in the area, Dad. All you gotta do is just be nice to me. Nicer than Mom.
I'm coming.
okay, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
What? Oh, wow, you got a little neck.
On the corner of 7th and Hope, they made their stand. Voices rising up, they had justice in demand. Shout out girls, the name the sheriff gave. But they took it and owned it, fearless and brave. From fuck the police to justice for Floyd, they speak for the silence and they won't be destroyed. Critics call them hijackers, but they're on a roll with their ding-dong fans and their unbreakable soul. They're the shout-out girls lighting up the night, voices of the people shining so bright. From Hope to YouTube, their message is clear, standing for the truth with no trace of fear. And Bob rolled by slow as a breeze, live streaming nonsense, driving with ease. Backseaters watch, cheering Grandpa Patrol, but the SOs steal the show, taking control. From their 2nd floor perch, they changed the game, turned shout-out girls into a household name. Now their fans tune in, their voices worldwide. They turn critique into pride with the rebellious stride. They're the shout-out girls lighting up the night, voices of the people shining so bright. From Hope to YouTube, their message is clear, standing for the truth with no trace of fear. All detractors unite, ding-dongs rejoice, so speak up voiceless, their powerful voice. On patrol or online, they're breaking the mold. The shout-out girls are brave, bold and bold. They're the shout-out girls lighting up the night, voices of the people shining so bright. From Hope to YouTube, their message is clear, standing for the truth with no trace of fear.